Have you ever just stared at a huge pile of PDFs, articles, and videos for a project and wished they could, I don't know, just explain themselves? What if you could take all that static info and turn it into an interactive partner you can actually talk to? Well, that idea isn't science fiction anymore, and it's exactly what we're diving into today. Seriously, just imagine for a second that your research papers, your textbooks, even your scribbled class notes weren't just sitting there. Imagine they became this dynamic, conversational tool, a tool that could answer your questions on the fly, create study guides for you, and even debate the key topics with you. That's the big idea behind Google's NotebookLM. So, what is this thing really? Well, NotebookLM is a personalized AI assistant, but the one word you absolutely have to remember is grounded. See, unlike other AIs that search the entire internet for answers, NotebookLM's knowledge is based only on the sources you give it. It becomes an expert exclusively in your material. And this whole thing is built on two core principles that really make it a game changer for learning. First, like we said, it only uses your sources. That means no more random, unverified info from the web. And second, and this is a big one, privacy. Google says your personal data is not used to train their models, which gives you the confidence to use it for sensitive research or, in a classroom setting. Okay, so here's the game plan for the next few minutes. We'll start with how this works as your personal AI assistant. Then we'll see how it turns sources into answers, check out its automated learning studio, listen in on a pretty wild AI-powered conversation, and finally, we'll talk about what this all means for the future of learning. All right, let's start with the basics. How do you actually turn this tool into your own private personalized research assistant? Getting started is actually super simple. First, you create a new notebook for whatever project you're working on. Then, you just start adding your sources. And this can be anything: research papers, PowerPoint PDFs, links to websites, even YouTube videos. Once they're in there, you just start asking questions in the chat window. It's that easy. Okay, but listen up. Here is a really, really important pro tip. Your chat history gets deleted as soon as you close the notebook. So if the AI gives you something amazing, like a great summary or a list of ideas, you have to make sure you hit that Save to Note button. That'll save the response permanently right inside your project. So you've got all your documents uploaded, but how does NotebookLM actually turn that pile of files into practical, useful answers? Let's take a look at its core function. The real power here is just how simple the prompts can be. You don't need to learn any complex commands. You just ask for what you need in plain English. In this example from the source material, a user just types in, "Create a comprehension worksheet for Year 10 students based on some uploaded PDFs and videos about financial math." And just like that, boom, NotebookLM synthesizes information from all the sources you gave it to generate relevant questions and answers. It's not just summarizing one document at a time. It's intelligently weaving together concepts from across your entire library to create something totally new and useful. That ability to synthesize is really what makes it so powerful. Now, this whole creation capability gets supercharged in a feature set they call the Studio. You can think of it like a one-click toolkit designed to automatically create all sorts of learning materials for you. With just a single click, you can instantly get dozens of flashcards to help you nail down key terms. Or maybe you need to test your knowledge. It can create a multiple-choice quiz for you, complete with scoring and review. And what's brilliant for teachers is that you can then share these materials directly with your students using a simple web link. It's an incredible classroom tool. But wait, it goes even deeper. The study guide feature creates this comprehensive document that includes short answer questions, more complex essay prompts to get you thinking, and a full glossary of key terms. And it's all pulled directly and, importantly, accurately from your source materials. It's like a whole study packet generated in seconds. And hey, if you're a visual learner, they've got you covered too. There's an interactive mind map feature. It takes the main topic from your sources and breaks it down into these easy-to-digest, connected subtopics. You can clip on any branch to expand it, or even prompt the chatbot to tell you more about that specific area. All right, everything we've seen so far is pretty impressive, right? But according to our source material, this next feature is where things get truly futuristic, almost a little sci-fi. I mean, when the person demonstrating a tool says a feature is mind-blowing, you know it's probably worth paying attention to. So let's see what this is all about. Okay, get this. It's called the Audio Overview. NotebookLM will generate a private podcast about your documents. It literally creates two distinct AI hosts who have a whole conversation where they summarize, explain, and even debate the key points from your materials. You're not just reading a summary, you are listening to a discussion about your own research. And it gets even better. You can actually customize it. You can pick the language, tell the AI hosts what topics to focus on, and even choose the style of their conversation. But here's the most incredible part. It can be interactive. You can literally use your computer's microphone to interrupt the podcast and ask the AI hosts a question, and they'll answer you in real time. It's wild. So when you put all of these features together, what does it all really mean? This is where we start to see the bigger picture of how tools like this could genuinely reshape the future of how we learn and work. I mean, the applications are just so versatile. A teacher could upload a syllabus and articles on teaching strategy to generate a detailed 10-lesson unit plan. You could take a dense academic article and ask NotebookLM to rewrite it so a 12-year-old could understand it. Or you could upload your own professional notes to get AI-powered suggestions on how you can improve. And this brings us right back to the single most important distinction. Traditional AI, the kind trained on the whole internet, can sometimes hallucinate or just make stuff up. NotebookLM doesn't have that problem. Because it's grounded only in your private sources, its answers are directly tied to your documents. It's not a generalist know-it-all, it's your personal, focused expert. When you boil it all down, what this tool does is actually pretty profound. It takes static, one-way information and completely transforms it into a dynamic, private, and genuinely interactive partner for learning, for research, and for creating. And this all leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As tools like this become more and more common, how is our relationship with information going to change? How will we learn when every single document we own has the potential to become its own personalized teacher?